Do you resemble any famous paintings? That's the topic on today's History Geek Teacher. Hello, my name is Eric Langhorst. Welcome to the History Geek Teacher vlog. I'm in my kitchen by some famous artwork, or a print of famous artwork. That is Van Gogh's Terrace Cafe at Night. It's been in our kitchen for about the last 15 years or so, one of my wife's favorite paintings. And I thought it was an apropos place to talk about a craze that is hitting the country. That's right, the Google Arts and Culture app is your portrait in a museum, the Art Selfie app. So we're going to talk about that today a little bit on the vlog. If you've been on social media, you've probably noticed people posting pictures, selfies, comparing themselves to famous artwork around the world. And that is a result of the Google Arts and Culture app. Now, before we get started in the app and kind of talk about the app, I've always thought this is one of Google's most unsung heroes. There's been a website that you can access called it used to be called the Google Cultural Institute. It has tons of artwork and historical collections of pictures and just tons and tons of stuff. So this is really getting a lot of attention right now. It's actually the #1 app on both the Apple and the Android Play Store. But I do encourage you to also go to the website online and check out all of the resources for teachers. That has an amazing treasure trove of materials, whether you're teaching art, you're teaching history, you're teaching science, language arts, anything. The website itself has a ton of stuff. But today we're going to dig in specifically to the Selfie art app. So to check this out for yourself, the first thing you have to do is you obviously have to download the app. It's called Google Arts and Culture. It's available on both Android and the Apple platform. So go ahead and download that. And then when you come to the app, you're going to have a couple things on the top of the page. Scroll down 2 or 3 sections and you'll see a little thing that says, "Is your portrait in the museum?" And you're going to go ahead and hit the button that says Get Started. Now, once you hit the Get Started button, it's going to ask you to take a selfie. It's going to give you a little area in which to focus your own picture. I would make sure that as much of your face is in that cropped portion as possible. That'll give you a better match when it goes out and searches all of the artwork on the collection. So you go ahead and take that selfie. Once you take the selfie, it's going to do a little bit of its magic, takes a couple of minutes, and then it's going to start matching up your picture to things that are actually in museums on this collection. And it's going to scan literally thousands of art museums around the world. What it's going to do is it's going to come up with a percent match. So these are some examples of my own percent matches. And I just kind of scrolled through. I believe I had 4 of them. And I thought this one was particularly interesting. It's from a museum in the Netherlands. So I went ahead and clicked on that and found out that it was a portrait of Nicholas Schmegling. I'm sure that I am completely butchering that name. But the cool thing about seeing that picture is it kind of gives you a percentage. You kind of see what it looks like. I thought this guy was kind of funny because he's kind of balding and then he's got this little kind of like white goatee. I don't have a goatee, but I thought that was an interesting match. And so when it shows you the portrait, you can then click on the bottom where it says Go to Artwork. And when you go to Artwork, it'll bring up on the Google Arts and Culture website the actual portrait. And then if you kind of scroll down below, it'll give you the location of where that portrait is at. It'll give you some details. You can find out about when the portrait or when the painting was created, how big it is, if there's any external links, what type of medium it is it oil, is it acrylic, those types of things. And then on this particular one, you notice that there's also a Pegman button. So if you click on the Pegman button, it'll take you to the museum. So Google has done a street view type look at a lot of these museums. And so when you go into the app, it'll actually show you what it looks like in that museum. So that portrait that I selected, I can be in the museum and literally walk around and see what the gallery looks like where it's physically located. So that's a really cool option there. So once you get done looking at where the painting is at, you do have the ability to favorite it. So with this program, you can always favorite stuff. It makes it easy to come back and find it. That is an amazing feature for teachers, so that as you find things that you want to then put into collections later, you can go back and find them easily. You also have the button to share. So when you click on the share button, you can then put it on Facebook, you can put it on Twitter, hence why you're seeing so many of these portraits available on social media right now. Is the app fun? Yeah, obviously it's a blast. The lessons for an art teacher would essentially write themselves, have a student do their own selfie. You've got 4 or 5 portraits. They would pick one they would do some further research on. So this is a great way to get people interested in art. It's also a great way to get people to know a little bit more about this particular app and this application from Google. So it can do nothing but help that. So I'm really excited that more and more people are going to be able to take a look at this particular resource from Google. My family did the portrait. My wife actually looks like one of the soldiers on the bottom of a Charles Peale painting of George Washington at the Battle of Princeton, so that was kind of funny. I did take a selfie of my dog, and Fernando, our Cocker Spaniel, did not have any matches, so if you want to check out and see if any of your 4-legged friends have a match, that would be great to find out, but our dog did not have any particular matches. So overall, a great app, a fun way to kind of spend a couple minutes, find out a little bit more about art, and definitely share it with an art teacher in your building, and I think they'll have a lot of fun with it. So that's the vlog for today. If you like the vlog, go ahead and pound that like button down below. And also, if you haven't subscribed, click on subscribe so that you get new episodes of the History Geek Teacher vlog. We're available online as well at historygeekteacher.com. And if you have any comments, I would love to find out what you thought of this particular app. And if you have any great ideas on how you can use it in the classroom, go ahead and leave a comment down below on the video, and we can extend this conversation. So thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, history is so much more than just a bunch of boring old dead guys. Until next time, bye.